Here we are again, Raider Nation. Let me give you my first thoughts when I found out Pete Carroll was our new head coach. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mikey Raider. Please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button. Consider becoming a member of this Raider channel for future early and exclusive content and to support your boy. Because I'm getting older. I got the gray hairs. And I could always use some support and a job. I got donation portals down below. If you feel like donating that way, becoming my friend, appreciate you, love you, God bless. Raiders are gonna Raider. That's right, the motherfucking Raiders. My team, baby. Woo! We gonna Raider. We got ourselves a new head coach, boys and girls, Raiderettes, if you want, if you will. We got a new head coach, an old new head coach. That's going to be the theme of today's video. Age. So will I be reported as ageism? Will I be canceled for ageism? First off, let me tell you this. I respect Pete Carroll. I enjoyed what he did with the Seahawks when he was younger. And Raiders all know about the history of older coaches past their prime within our organization, older owners with past their prime in our organization, and older sons of older fathers in our organization and what happens with them. You guys can't see my cool shirt. Pulled this one out. It's an old logo. Woohoo! Woohoo! I told you that was going to be the theme on today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, Pete Carroll is our head coach. How did we get here? Do we approve? What are our thoughts? I thought 2024 ended last year, all the bullshit. I took plenty of craps. We started this year off with fires and, in my opinion, more crap. I like Pete Carroll. He's an excellent, excellent head coach. He probably still is an excellent, excellent head coach. But it's a new NFL. Sorry, my bones were getting crickety there. I was feeling a little bit old. He's 74 years old, young. However, I don't want to be reported for ageism. Move it along, Mikey, move it along. But Pete Carroll, in my opinion, is past his prime. And I'm just going to tell you my thoughts. I posted a poll on Twitter about what does Raider Nation think of Pete Carroll being our head coach. And so far, they're giving him a grade of a B. Well, Raider fans are retards. That's right. I'm including myself in this instance. We're all fucking delusional. And we love this team one day, hate them the next, love them the next. We are fucking bipolar. How did we make this decision? Okay. I am not happy. Many of you might be happy or just accepting it. That's fine. But I'm not happy, and I'm going to tell you my cons, my pros, but mostly my cons on why, if you guys believe me and have been riding or dying with me, I've been right most of the time with my gut reactions. If you guys have been fans of the channel, I predicted draft picks many years ago, predicted coaches, spoke my mind, and then when things went wrong real quickly, I started saying, hey, this is what's going to happen a year from now, 8 months from now. Oh, it's starting to happen. Listen to the words they're fucking saying. I haven't heard anything from Pete Carroll yet. The press conference will be in a day or two. But still, I am worried based off of his previous resume. It's not just the age. That's a big factor. It's also a factor that he's been on the market for 2 years or 3 years or however long it's been, and he hasn't got a head coaching job. Tell the fucking Raiders they're gonna Raider. He had interviews. Nobody offered him a job. They didn't. You don't know Mikey Raider. You don't know. Shut the fuck up. I know everything. I was wrong about the BJ, though. I predicted he would come here. I fell into the trap, just like in Star Wars when they were on the damn ship and they were going, to the Death Star. It's a trap! I ain't falling into this fucking trap. The Raiders media, the Raider fan base, the positive motherfuckers of them. I'm a negative Raider fan. I'm a delusional, retarded Raider fan. And I accept it. But I'm not accepting this. Pete Carroll as our coach. He was not plan A. He was not plan B. That's a good plan, though, when you get your girl pregnant. Plan B is a good thing. He's not plan C. Well, Pete Carroll, C. Carroll. He's like plan D. How did we get here? We put all our eggs into one basket. Pete Carroll was never the number 1 choice. He wasn't the number 2 choice. He might have been the number 3 choice, but I'm predicting he was the number 4 choice. And we had to hire him because all the other coaches used us for leverage and bullshit. Liam Cohen, BJ, Bill Belichick, John Gruden. Well, he hasn't really used us, but he ain't coming back to the Raiders. We know that for certain now. But we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers general manager, Jeff Spytek. Right? He came in after we lost Ben Johnson, and we put all our eggs into Ben Johnson. We fired our general manager, our head coach, thinking we'd get Ben Johnson. Then he told us to interview specific general managers after the meeting with Tom Brady. That went well, Tom Brady. He told us to interview certain managers. He made a list. So we did everything he wanted. We offered him $94 million for 6 years. Then that dude just straight up used us for leverage, went to Chicago anyways. So now we're left with no general manager. We're left with our number 1 head coaching choice is gone. And now the Raiders started freaking out. But we brought in Jeff Spytek from Tampa Bay. He has a history with Liam Cohen, the offensive coordinator. They built a pretty decent team. The fake Pirates. He'll bring in Liam Cohen. That's right. You're bringing Liam Cohen to be the head coach. He's a candidate on the market. Then all of a sudden, Liam Cohen alerts the media and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going to stay with the Bucs. So now Jeff Spytek is the Raider GM, just hired, and it's like, oh, shit. I'm giving you all the truth. Look it up. It's factual. So now Jeff Spytek's like, oh, shit. He's staying with the Bucs. Hey, I'm sorry, Mark Davis. That's his choice. Then Liam Cohen tells the Bucs in the media that, he's pretty much coming back to the Bucs. Then the coaches or somebody calls him one day and they say, hey, Liam, where you at? And he said, I'm in a hospital with my son. A sick kid. I'm in a hospital right now. And then, the coach of the Bucs, I forgot his name, Todd Phillips, or he's a good coach, whatever. I forgot his name. He's like, I'm Liam Cohen said, I'm at the game with a sick, I'm at the hospital with a sick child. And he lied to the Bucs and their coach. He was interviewing, or he was in Jacksonville, signing the contract to be the Buccaneers coach. Yeah, that's how shady that motherfucker is. The Raiders hired Jeff Spytek with the pursuit of Liam Cohen. Maybe the Raiders reporters haven't announced it, but that's what I saw when I read the clippings and the headlines. That's how I played it and put the fucking puzzle together. So now Jeff Spytek is fucked. What do we do? Bill Belichick mentioned he might be the coach of the Raiders, but then there was an article that he told his girlfriend and they said, hey, we're staying in North Carolina. So that fucked over Tom Brady if he was plan B or C. We lost BJ, which was plan A. Plan C, whichever way you want to put it, like I said, was either Liam Cohen and Jeff Spytek together. And plan D was probably Cliff Kingsbury. But he ain't going to be in the Raiders plan because he denied us the job last year. He ain't going nowhere. Plus, if we did want him, we'd have to wait for the Commanders to get out of the playoffs. Then we'd have to make him a huge-ass offer in which he already denied us last year. So the possibilities of that are not good. Mark Davis is like, fuck it. Pete Carroll's my plan D or my plan C. Let's just do it. We got to get a coach. The combine's coming up. This is coming up. Whatever. That's what happened. Tom Brady's like, oh, all right. He's a veteran. It could work. He made it work in Seattle. He built a team over there. In his first 3 years, they went to the Super Bowl, back-to-back Super Bowls. All right. It's plan D, y'all. It's plan D for dumb. The Raiders ended the quarterback search last year too early with Antonio Pierce in week 2 of the preseason. They should have fought it out another week. They made that decision early, and now they made the Pete Carroll decision early because they were already pissed off that the other 2 or 3 people that they had in mind for general manager and head coach have fucked them over. But Mark Davis is like a fucking stooge. He's like a 3 stooge. So I'll tell you exactly what Mark Davis was thinking when he was at P.F. Chang's with his hooker girlfriend getting a bowl haircut from the Chinese bowls, you know. I'll tell you exactly what he was thinking. He was thinking, we got legendary coaches in the AFC West. We got veteran, older coaches in the AFC West. They're all doing pretty good. They know what they're doing. Pete Carroll could be the next one. Pete Carroll could be that next one. Even though he's older than all of the others. But Pete Carroll could be that next one. And what did we see last year? Again, John Harbaugh coming in, leading the team with a positive attitude, leading the Chargers to the playoffs. But the Chargers are chokers. We all know that. But this is all going in Mark Davis's head. Oh, the veterans are winning. The Hall of Fame coaches that are in the AFC West. I got to give me one of those. That's the only way to compete. It's the only way to be productive. All right, Pete Carroll it is. Plan D. Okay? I could be wrong. It can all work out. Everything will be perfect. But let's look at his resume. Pete Carroll, in the last 5 years, he was in the NFL. I don't even know the numbers. But the last 6 times they were in the playoffs, they probably won a game once. And they probably missed the playoffs 2 of the last 3 years when he was in Seattle. And we could all see it. That team was done with his raw. It became old. Whatever it was, the team became old. And it starts from the top. Literally, he got older. His tricks weren't working. Today's NFL players are from a different fucking world. That raw shit is fun for a little while. Can he build a foundation? Does he know players' skills and all that? And he's more of a defensive coach anyway. So he's going to have to rely on some of the best offensive coordinators or defensive coordinators that we can get for this team. And he's just going to be the head coach, the mouthpiece with a lot of game knowledge, which is better than Antonio Pierce. Granted, I'll give you that. He knows the game, the way it should play out, and all that other stuff. And he knows a lot about defensive and some Hall of Fame players that he had on his team and stuff like that. I get it. He's got all the resume of the accoutrement. But today's NFL is being led by younger coaches, for the most part, besides Andy Reid and stuff like that. I'm being honest. Andy Reid is like that one guy that's still at the top. But in all honesty, all of the other coaches, they seem to be losing in the playoffs. The older coaches, even though they're doing good. Most of the other ones that are really winning consistently, year after year after year, are the younger geniuses on the offensive side of the ball for the head coaches. And Pete Carroll is the guy that didn't hand the ball to Marshawn Lynch because he didn't want him to be the Super Bowl MVP, because he wanted Mr. Unlimited to be his MVP. That's the decision he made, to pan and play to his fucking insecure, narcissistic quarterback in Russell Wilson. His famous fucking quarterback that basically took over the team in those final years. Then there was a fight because Russell Wilson became bigger than the team, and luckily the team got rid of Russell Wilson instead of the head coach. Did Pete Carroll build a team after that? No. I think he was gone that year or the next year. Pete Carroll had lost it, in my opinion, and it ain't coming back. Where did Russell Wilson create that ego? Where did Russell Wilson create all that bullshit and was allowed to do what he wanted to do? Where did he learn that? And who allowed him to do that shit for so many years? We've all heard the stories that he didn't even talk to his teammates. They had different numbers. They only had numbers to his agent and shit like that. That is Pete Carroll coaching Russell Wilson. Yes, a lot of the blame is on Russell Wilson for having the ego. But Pete Carroll never put it in check early enough and often enough in front of the other players to humble his ass. That's what happened in Denver, basically, when he got fired and let go. Look, I wish we would have picked a younger coach, but then they wouldn't have the knowledge of building a team. I get it. But I'm so tired of the Raiders not building from within and reaching out to has-beens and never was. At least they're going for the biggest veteran name, so I can applaud Mark Davis. But with every fucking decision, it feels like there is no plan. Year after year after year, there is no plan to build from within, to build a system from within. Even if we fire coaches, there should be a bigger plan. You should look at the team 3 years ahead. You know what? Oh, we're going to hire Antonio Pierce. We got him on a 3-year deal. Well, you know what? In 3 years, this coach out of Alabama looks pretty good. Let's start talking to him now. You know, or this offensive coordinator looks really good on this team. Let's start talking to him now, 2 years ahead of time. Look, we're hiring Antonio Pierce, but our eye is on you. Plant the fucking seeds 3 years before, instead of throwing motherfucking darts. Throwing motherfucking darts. Ah, fuck. Oh, we put all our eggs in one basket. Oh, we didn't get a BJ. Oh, shit, what do we do now? Oh, all right, Jeff Spytek, Liam Cohen. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Who's left? Bill Belichick? Oh, he's staying in North Carolina. Oh, shit. Dennis Allen? No, he was a Raider before. Pete Carroll. All right, fuck it. A Hall of Fame possible coach. That's what it feels like to me. Frantic, last-minute plan C or D choices. Oh, Pete Carroll's going to come in and do a good job. He's going to do a fine job up to his abilities. But still, he's like a bridge gap, not a foundational coach. He's going to be on the hot seat because he hasn't coached for 2 or 3 years. He's so old. Everything he does is going to be like automatically watched over and debated. So it's not a way to resurrect your career at your age, especially with Raider Nation. We will come after a motherfucker. We will gut a motherfucker lately. Even Max Crosby, who's like the ultimate Raider, we're coming for his head too, because He's yapping some shit. He says his name more than the Raiders' name nowadays in interviews. And he tells us everything that's wrong that he has to deal with. Getting a little nervous about that Max Crosby situation. But hey, we got our guy, Pete Carroll, as our head coach. Whether you disagree with me, you agree with me, it's okay. But the truth is, we got to start rooting for these coaches online. We got to somehow get rid of the negative, and I know I'm a big part of that. I post the negative, titles, and lately, I mean, in my real life, I've been too damn negative. It's hard to find the positive when you're struggling, you're unhealthy, you're financially struggling, spiritually struggling, a lot of other reasons. It's hard. And I want to be positive about Pete Carroll, so I hope I can start doing that as the season approaches. But I'm on his ass, y'all. I am not happy. If I had to grade the hiring of Pete Carroll as a coach, I'm gonna give it a D plus. Could put it into a C. It's just average. It's a bridge gap. But if he can start the fucking process, then we're good. Now, we're not going to talk about it much on this video because I'm going to end it in a couple of minutes. But there's rumors, since Russell Wilson is a free agent, he was mentioned to go to the Raiders a couple of years ago. Pete Carroll is now our head coach. I want to find out the offensive coordinator we can get. I want to find out the defensive coordinator we can get. I don't know. Think Ken Norton's going to come back, be the defensive coordinator? I don't know. I'm speculating. Speculating like a Raider. All you do is speculate. All you do is conspiracies. Oh, yeah. But the rumor is Russell Wilson might come back to the Raiders because he's still getting paid by the Broncos. I don't know if he's getting paid this next year, if we can get him for $1 million like the Steelers got him for. I don't know. But we're probably going to have to pay him a lot of money. And he said he wants to stay in Pittsburgh. But it might be cheaper for Pittsburgh to continue with Justin Fields. And Russell Wilson blew it, or the team did in general, in the playoffs. Because Russell Wilson is average. So we're going to possibly have an average coach, an average quarterback, and I'm freaking out, y'all. Freaking the fuck out. And here's what would be really sad. Well, it's already sad when you think about it. We could have had Russell Wilson last year for $1 million instead of Gardner Minshew for 15. Then we could have reunited him with Pete Carroll automatically if it all panned out the same way. We're always making steps 2 years late, and it's costing us a lot of fucking money. That's what I meant about planning the team correctly, Mark motherfucking Davis. All right, y'all, let me know your grade on Pete Carroll, what you think about him, what you like about him, what you don't like about him. Let me know on Twitter at Mikey Raider or down here in the forum. I love y'all. Have a beautiful weekend. God bless you. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay Raider. It's hard to stay Raider, but we're going to do it. I love y'all.